So the default mode network is the wandering mind has negativity bias. So this is a survival mechanism. This is a mechanism that protects us. This is what has us scanning the environment, scanning our email, scanning our text thread, scanning Facebook, scanning our families and the faces of the family members we have at home, looking for what's wrong, looking for who's upset at me or what's not right in this situation. The default mode network has also been studied in experienced meditators. And this study by Brewer showed that meditation experience is associated with differences. Specifically, the medial, frontal, and posterior cingulate cortices were relatively deactivated in experienced meditators across all meditation types. The point in bringing up the default mode network in this talk is that the default mode network really represents the self. The default mode network really operates very subconsciously, so talk therapy oftentimes, I think, falls short of getting the job done with changing patterns in the default mode network. So we also know that ketamine has very specific impacts on the default mode network. So in this study, connectivity between the insula and the default mode network was normalized compared with healthy controls 2 days after, and this change was reversed after 10 days and didn't appear in the placebo scan. So the insula is a part of the brain involved in shame. It's also involved in physical pain. I think it's interesting for us to think about mystical experiences as relates to the default mode network, because if you are deep in your self-referential ego perspective, it's a little bit like being stuck inside of a city, like a heavily armored and walled city, and you can't even see over the wall to see what's going on outside of your ego. The mystical experiences I think of as the dropping down of that wall and the ability to see a bigger perspective, but also see oneself as a part of the bigger picture, to perceive oneself as an element of the universe, but not separate from it. Making changes to habitual patterns is not easy. It requires a lot of work. I think you can see from the direction of this talk that my perspective is that chronic depression is a multifactorial situation, and ketamine offers a window into a deep possibility for change. But like our other medications, it's really not addressing a root cause. So it creates an opportunity, but it doesn't get to the bottom of things, which is what we need to do by supporting the virtuous cycles, exploring new resources, journaling, exercising, diet upgrades, reworking relationships.